Hi everybody, it's Ellen Violette here, and I'm hoping my voice will not leave. I've been sick for the last 6 weeks, and I'm hoping I'm finally strong enough that my voice will hold out. So, hi Leila, I always do that. Today I'm going to talk about the top ways to promote your books on Amazon. And as a matter of fact, right now we are doing a promotion. Oh, hi Joey. Bring them on the camera. I can do that. Cool. How do I do that? Oh, well, I don't know how, so I won't. But anyway, we're doing a promotion today and tomorrow, free for Leila. She is an expert in helping people to quit smoke. To get over the side effects from quitting smoking. And when I got up this morning and looked, we were already at number 3. Now we were at number 2. Now it's 1 o'clock. I haven't had a chance to look to see if we're number 1 yet. But anyway, so I want to talk about the 4 main ways. And I want to do this for a few reasons. I talk to so many people, and I just find that people don't really understand the benefits of doing it, number 1. And number 2, they don't understand the differences between the different ones and why they would use one over another. And then sometimes they think they can't afford to do one where they really can, but they don't realize it. So that's why I want to go over all this stuff. Okay, so there are 4 ways that I have found to use Amazon. And there are some other ones, but these are like the main ones. So you've got your KDP Select, and you've got that's your free launch or your free promotion, because you don't have to do it just when you're launching. You can do them every 90 days. And you can do them from 1 to 5 days, and we always cut them up and we do 2 days. And then but I have worked with clients where we've done 5 days, where they really just want to use it to build their email list and they don't really care about anything else. Number 2 is a countdown. A countdown is also a free promotion in KDP, which means that it's digital because you can give them away. I'm not sure with Countdown if you can do it the other way. I don't think so. But you can do it from 1 hour to 7 days. And that is a paid promotion because it's a discount. Okay, it's not free. So the difference between the free and doing it for a discount is, number 1, you're going to get more people downloading it when it's free. And as I said, you can do it for 1 to 5 days. And there are a lot of announcement sites that will allow you to put it in and get to thousands or hundreds of thousands of people because they've built these lists and they're by topic. And so what happens is people can go and say, let's say I'm interested in detoxing, for instance, and they go in there and they see Leila's book, and then they can go get it and it's free. The countdown ones, there are not as many that will announce it for you. Now, if you're a newbie, you want to get it in front of as many people as possible, because what you really want to do is use it to grow your list, and also because you're trying to get credibility and expert status because you don't have any yet. Okay, and so when you become a #1 best-selling author, which all my authors do, what ends up happening is that gives you more credibility to now start leveraging that. Oh, Leila is doing it for 5 days free? Then I goofed because I said 2 days. Okay, I'll have to change that. So that's why you want to do that. And then on top of that, what happens is when you get it to #1, Amazon sees that you're getting a lot of attention, and then they start giving you even more attention. So the other day I got into an argument with a guy because like, oh, I don't really care about being a #1 best-selling author. I just want to sell a lot of books, and everybody's a #1 best-selling author, and it doesn't matter. And that's just simply not true. It definitely matters. As a matter of fact, I have a client. Hi, Shireen. Am I saying that right? Shireen. I have a client who became a #1 best-selling author, Dennis G. Shaver. And Dennis took the book. I helped him with it's kind of a 2-step process, because we like to start with people actually before they write the book so that they get the title right. We know what the keywords and categories are and all that, but we start from wherever they are whenever they come to us. So he had already written his book, but we changed the title, we did the cover and all that, and he was so excited, and he had this intention that he was going to meet Kevin Harrington and get his attention, and he wanted to work with him. And he went to this conference, and that's what he did. He carried his book around. He got the guy's attention. See my voice starting to maybe go a little. I said at the beginning, I've been getting over a cold, so. But I was getting really uptight about that I hadn't done one of these in a while, and I thought, even though I was taking that risk, I thought I would just take the risk anyway. So anyway, he caught his attention. He ended up bringing him up on stage for like 45 minutes and talking about his book. He became his mentor. And from that, Dennis was able to parlay that. He created a summit, and then what ended up happening with the summit was that he felt like he was more confident, number one, to ask people to be on his summit because he was now a #1 best-selling author. And he felt like he got people to say yes because of that. So that gave him the credibility and expert status. And then from there, he parlayed that to a live speaking gig in Singapore. That was his first one, and he was so excited. And as he told me, it's a miracle, and it wouldn't have happened without you, and I'm living my dream. And so that's what he does. He consults with companies, and he's traveling, and he's just, he's using his book, and that's the way you're supposed to do it. Whereas, sometimes people will kind of say, well, I just want to sell lots of books. So for most people, it's not about selling lots of books, but you will sell books, and you can do it every 90 days. And then if you get joint venture partners to help you, you can actually sell more books than you probably sell any other way anyway. But if you want to do it passively and you have some money to spend, then the third way is to do Amazon marketing services ads. And that way you can put it on automatic. Now here's the thing. First of all, it does cost some money, but you can start really small. Like you can even do a test run and do it for like 5 days at $1 a day. But I recently actually did a live webinar with one of my colleagues, and what he said is that you should still do a bestseller launch first, because that jump starts everything. And again, now Amazon's paying attention, and now you start doing the ads, and then it helps you to get those going. But I was also talking to a woman the other day who's a client of mine, and she was saying how she had been working with somebody to do Amazon marketing ads, and what ended up happening is that they were great for a while for her, and then all of a sudden they didn't work and they didn't change anything. So what must have happened was they changed the algorithms. So one of the things I love about doing bestseller launches is they always work. Okay, we've been doing these now since 2012, and they've never not worked. They always work. Okay, so again, it's something that you can learn, and then once you learn it, you can use it over and over, and it's going to work. Whereas with the Amazon ads, you do have to watch them, or you do have to work with someone who knows what they're doing. And what I was saying to her was, obviously this person at some point either didn't know what they were doing. Like I said, the algorithms changed, and they weren't watching closely enough to see that they changed, and or they just stopped paying attention. So that's a problem. But with the marketing, with the launches, we get it to #1 usually in the first day. And like in Leela's, as she said, she's doing it for 5 days, and we'll continue to promote for her. But she's already, if she's not already a #1 author right now, she will be in the next hour or two. So I don't know, Leela, if you can go take a look and tell us, that would be great. So the next one is giveaways. And those really intrigue me, so I've been watching them. And what I've discovered about giveaways is, first of all, again, it costs money because you have to buy the gifts that you're going to give away. And my understanding is that giveaways, you're allowed to give up to 50 gifts. So what that means is that, let's say, like in Leela's case, her book sells for retail at over $7. So to buy 50 books, that would cost her $350. Okay. So a lot of people don't have the $350 to spend, or they don't want to spend it, or whatever. Again, there are some drawbacks, and it also depends on what your strategy is. So for instance, when you do a giveaway, like let's say you have something that you think really needs a lot of explaining, And I don't think that should be a book, actually, because books should be self-explanatory. But if you did, and you wanted people to watch a video, you can do that with a giveaway. So you can have what is it? I think a 30-second, I think it is, video that you can have people watch, and then they get to be entered into a drawing, for instance. Or there are sweepstakes where they just get entered into a drawing. Or there's one where you can say, okay, tweet this, and you'll get an entry. So if you're trying to build your Twitter feed, that's one way to do that. And then, hi Terry. And then, let's see, what else? There was another way I was thinking of. What was the other way? Oh, the other way, which I really don't like, is they have this little box and it drops down and then it starts jumping up and down a little bit, and then you have to wait a second and then it pops open, and every time I've done it, it says you didn't win. So when you don't win, what you can do is, well, what'll happen is it'll then bring up a discount and say, well, you didn't win, but you can get a discount on this. So you can make sales from that. I don't know how many you make because I've never done that one. It's not my favorite, because I'll tell you, as a person who's going there looking at the giveaways, after you've done this several times and you never win, there's a point when you say, this sucks, as far as I'm concerned. So, but if you have something that people really want, and it's a high enough priced product that it makes sense to do that. Oh, yay! See, Leela's number one in Kindle books, health, fitness, dieting, addiction, and recovery. Way to go! Yay! Okay, so that's what I was saying. It's proven. It always works. That's why I love it. And one other thing, I'll get back to that in a minute. So anyway, so that's what I was saying. So the other day, for instance, I was looking at a yoga mat. And it turns out yoga mats are pretty expensive. So it was like $57 with the 20% off, or it was more than that. I think it was 40%. I mean, it ended up $37. So, if it's a substantial discount in giveaways, then, you're probably going to get some sales. So if you have something that's high enough value, that would be a strategy that you could use. But if you're selling a book and your book is, I don't know, especially if it's $2.99, well, then you can't discount it. But let's say it's $4.99, and so it's a $2 discount. Again, I don't know how many sales you would get from that. And then the other thing about giveaways is, you get this thing every day if you get on their alerts, and every day it gives you this list. And the list is, 10 miles long. There's maybe 3,000, 4,000 of these, and who's going to sit there and go through all that? So that's an issue with that too. So anyway, so there, as I said, there are 4 ways. So you've got your KDP countdowns, your KDP selects, which is the free one. You've got your countdown, which is a discounted offer. You've got your giveaways, and you've got your Amazon marketing ads. So those are really the 4 main ways that you can use Amazon to promote. But like I said, if you think that you're not going to sell books because you're doing launches, again, it's how you set it up, number 1. And number 2, as I said, it's a process that you can use over and over again every 90 days for every book. So if you set up a schedule and you do that every 90 days, great. Or what you can do is you can alternate them. Sometimes we'll have somebody, I had a client whose book wasn't that well received. We still got it to number 1, but some of the other benefits that some of my other clients get, he didn't really get. So I just went back to him after that and I just said, look, this is not something that you do one time. You're already a number 1 best-selling author. Start using that. And then you can go back and do a countdown and get, work on getting it to number 1 paid. And, that still works. Hi, Francis. Nice to see you here. And so that's kind of the deal with that. So I don't know if there are any questions or not. I always have kind of a hard time seeing this, or I don't know actually if you can. Oh, there it is. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm liking all your highs. Okay, so are there any questions, on anything of what I said? If you have any takeaways from this, something that you weren't aware of that I just told you that makes a lot of sense to you, I would love it if you could put it in the comments. That would be great. I'd love to know what your biggest takeaways were. And anyway, that's it. So those are the 4 ways. You really have to think about, what your budget is, whether you want something that's proven, or you're trying to, or you're willing to, take some of the bigger risks and spend some money and not know what the results are going to be. And it also a lot has to do with mindset. Like I said, I was talking to this guy, and he just could not hear what I was saying, even about bestsellers, because he was dead set that wasn't worth anything. So the good news for us is that anybody who thinks it isn't worth anything, freebies is a new tip. Great. Okay. So anybody who thinks that this isn't going to work for them, the good news is that that's just less competition for us. And believe me, there's already plenty of competition on Kindle. There's like 197 million readers and thousands of books. And as a matter of fact, the good news for me is that as there are more and more books that are on Amazon and Kindle, the more you need to be working with me so that we get it right, just like we did for Leela, so it's easy to get you to #1, because the more competition there is, the more you really need to know what you're doing. So that's it for today. And anybody who's interested in the bestseller business, what is it? The bestseller ebook launch secrets program, there is a special that's going on right now through tonight, 9 p.m. Pacific, and anybody who's interested, you can just direct message me, and I'm happy to give you the details. Or I can put it in here if people want me to put it in here, so let me know. And hi, Erin, nice to see you. So as I said, that is it. I would love to hear anybody else wants to say what their takeaway was that they didn't know we're going to get. And if you just joined us, as I was saying, bestseller launches are the proven way to go, and Leela is already #1, and we just started it. They start at midnight, but they usually take off in the morning. So that's it. Thanks for coming on, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.